What's up, guys? This is Justin from the Tree of Woe Show. I watched our first or second video, and we started out like that, and I said, "Whoa, that was ridiculous. We look ridiculous." So why not? Like usual, this is being posted before Smackdown. Duke plays tonight. I'm gonna be watching Duke. You already know what it is. It's the Illuminati. It's not the Illuminati. So that's why this is up right now. Just saying. Anyways, let's get into it. The show starts off. It shows a little video thing of Teddy Long and Laurinaitis, all that fun stuff. But then when the actual show starts, we got the steel cage being lowered. It's like, dun, 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 you know what it is. And Otunga and Laurinaitis are in the ring while it's coming down. And Laurinaitis basically, hey, Teddy Long never started with a cage. I'm starting with a cage. And it was the U.S. title match, the rematch, Santino versus Jack Swagger. Now, during this match, there's some interference attempted. Dolph Ziggler ends up getting thrown out during the match by Justin King, working the outside of the cage like a true champion. Santino looked good in this match. They were actually letting him wrestle. It's weird when they don't just have him go in there and screw around and do really slow, takedown moves and act like a loser. Dude can wrestle. Dude can work. It was surprising for me, but he looked good. The end of the match came where Santino was trying to get out of the door, and Swagger's pulling him back, and then Vicky Guerrero goes and messing with the cage door, and Justin King's like, "Hey, bitch, get out of here!" But of course, Justin King's like, "Fine, I'll let you do this." Backs off. Bam. Vicky smacks Jack Swagger's head with the cage door, allowing Santino to escape. Santino wins. Teddy Long, playa, meets him up the ramp, and Santino is still your and my U.S. champion. And then it goes backstage to John Laurinaitis and David Otunga. Teddy Long comes in. He's like, "Hey, player, you want to see me and stuff?" And they're just like, "Oh, yeah, Teddy Long, you're playing." Basically, the gist of this whole thing was Teddy was trying to get John Laurinaitis to not do the Oksana versus Kane match. Oh, which I was against, because I'm down to see that match. And he makes Teddy apologize, and he does. And then he decides it'll be Teddy versus John Laurinaitis. And he says if Teddy Long wins, Kane will face Oksana. I didn't say that backwards. If Teddy Long wins, Kane will face Oksana. So he's trying to get him to lose. Yeah, you get the gist. And then Drew McIntyre comes out. He talks about getting fired last week. He's like, "Hey, but I was given a chance by a great man, John Laurinaitis. He's given me the opportunity to win my job back if I win this match against a mystery opponent." Great Khali's music hit, and Drew McIntyre says, damn, I can't even park nowhere. So he's confused. And but then before the match starts, David Otunga comes out and he says, "Hey, Great Khali, get out of here. This is not really your opponent. This is your opponent, Hornswoggle." Incredible. Hornswoggle comes out. Drew versus Hornswoggle. Justin King was repping this match. Oh, Justin King. Drew McIntyre just body slamming him, and he keeps lifting his shoulder up on the pins. And finally, Justin King's like, "Man, this little dude needs to get some medical attention." So Justin King calls the match off because Hornswoggle was unable to compete. Drew McIntyre gets the win and gets his job back, and then Khali comes out from ringside and chops him in the head. Oh, 5-star segment. I loved that segment. And then we get Teddy Long and Oksana backstage. Oksana with some god-awful acting. "Oh, Teddy, I'm so scared of Kane. I can't. I got you, baby." Ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, John Laurinaitis backstage in his tracksuit, just warming up. Hilarity. But then we get to the next match. We get Ezekiel Jackson versus Mark Henry in the World's Strongest Man versus the World's Strongest Jobber match. And as you could guess, World's Strongest Man wins. Mark Henry wins by the World's Strongest Slam. I'm glad Mark Henry got a win. I mean, this really had nothing to do with anything, but I'm cool with Mark Henry not looking like an idiot, so anytime he wins, it's cool with me. Then we thought we would get John Laurinaitis versus Teddy Long. Oh, I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. Shawnee Ace. We didn't see it. But he comes out in some ballet-looking tights, Johnny Ace, and it was hilarious. And he basically comes out and tells Teddy Long to lay down for him, and why would he put this Oksana in? Oh, because Oksana was ringside with Teddy Long. Why would you put her in danger? And he refuses, so he calls out Kane. Kane's music, he comes out. Kane's trying to hop in the ring, but then Randall Keith Orton comes out, grabs Kane, hits the RKO on the outside of the ring. BarryKane.com. But yeah, so that happens, and then while all this mumbo jumbo is going on, Teddy Long rolls up John Laurinaitis 1, 2, 3, and apparently because Kane just got RKO'd, he was unable to compete. So we did not get Kane Oksana, which means I hated everything about this show. Got to get to Kane Karma somehow. Shout out to Karma that was. If you don't know what happened with Karma, it's sad. Go read about it. It's sad. But then we get Kofi and R-Truth versus Primo and Epico in a non-title match again, and they'll get a title shot eventually. Booker T was adamant about it because over R-Truth and Kofi get the win again. R-Truth ends up getting the pin after he hit his finisher. It used to be called the Little Jimmy finale when it was with The Miz, but you know what it is. So I'll just call it the Little Jimmy. But yeah, they win. And then we get the Rock Cena stuff from Raw remixed with the thing, whatever, and it hypes up the Rock concert and Cena's rap for Monday. So yeah, fun stuff there. The Rock concert, I'm interested to see how the Rock concert goes because the other Rock concerts were when he was a heel and he was making fun of the cities he was at. So hopefully they turn him heel and he makes fun of the city they're at. Cleveland. It's too easy, really. But yeah. And then the next segment, Michael Cole in the ring introduces Sheamus and Daniel Bryan to come out to the ring. AJ's with Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan just basically there. He gets asked about luck, and he said there was no luck involved. And he lists some of his accomplishments, Mark Henry, the Elimination Chamber, Big Show. He says none of those were luck, and he is a great champ because of his undeniable sex appeal, and that was hilarious. Hilarious. And Sheamus starts talking about, I make my own luck, fella. I am not lucky. Well, he said he was lucky, but he makes his own luck by working hard. So yeah. And then, he makes fun of AJ, Sheamus does, makes fun of AJ, talking about she should be wearing whatever. And then AJ's like, well, from my point of view, Dan Bryan goes like, AJ, shut up. Yes. I laughed so hard. So hard. It was classic. Funny promo. Finally, get some interaction between those two for their match. There's a yes sign. There's a yes t-shirt. Hilarious. Then we get to the main event of the show. Sheamus, Orton, and the Big Show against Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, and The Miz. And Michael Cole on comment actually talks about he's starting to respect Daniel Bryan. So I guess it makes more sense that they were easing him into the whole Daniel Bryan instead if he would have just said, I like Daniel Bryan now. So it makes more sense because all the crap he talked on him that he's going into it. Big Show and Cody end up running backstage halfway during the match. Orton ends up hitting the RKO on The Miz for the win. The Miz was basically put in there to job out because none of the other guys were really going to get pinned because they all have stuff to do. Sorry, Miz. I still love you. But Orton hits the RKO for the win. Kane comes out to attack Orton. But they fight into the crowd. On the spoilers, it said Randy Orton turned a chokeslam and RKO or something. We didn't see that. We just saw him brawl into the crowd, and the show ends with them brawling in the crowd. That's all for Smackdown. So leave your comments below on what you thought of this show, or what you thought about me talking about the show, since you haven't seen it yet, most of you. Subscribe up above, like this video, go Duke. March Madness starts on Thursday. 500 subscriber video coming over. Jake wants to get his face over here. This is a dog. Like I said, go Duke. Trying to get to play North Carolina again on Sunday. You will hear much about March Madness from me. Ooh, I love March Madness. But for now, the Tree of Woe show did a video under 10 minutes. That's not happening. Hold on. 58, 59, 10 minutes, 10 minutes and 1. Thank you. Now I can sign off. Q&A questions if you want. Oh, we have a lot of Q&A questions. We'll do another Q&A, but keep asking them. Go comment on Team Bring It or Team Say Nation. Right now, Team Bring It is dominating on that video, the comments. So if you like Cena, go make your voice heard. Just kidding. But yeah, that's all for this. Hope you enjoy SmackDown tonight. Leave a comment, anything you want. Good night.